kitchen just cleaning up or whatever. But I wanted to talk to you about something about the serendipity of connecting, especially when you're one of those people who have an opportunity to offer folks. I wanted to talk to you about this because I think it's kind of important. I think it's something that um, network marketers, I don't know, affiliate marketers, anybody who's in the networking business. It might not be in the network marketing space, but it might be, you're in business development or something for a bigger company or whatever. So I thought it might be helpful to have this conversation with y'all because it's based on my recent experience. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Um, so recently I had a conversation with somebody that I connected with on Instagram, right? And she was telling me about her opportunity and this, that, and other thing, and the products are great, and yada yada yada. But what's interesting about the conversation is that we had been friends on Instagram for a while, right? So we had we had conversations. We liked each other's posts. We cheered each other on, the whole 9 yards, right? And so, but we genuinely liked each other. We genuinely liked each other, and so we'd support each other on each other's posts and stuff like that. And we even were on like competing, like we were reps for competing companies, right? So, but one day she just reached out to me. I do what I do and she does what she does. And she just reached out to me. She's like, girl, I just love your energy. I love your energy. I love your posts. I'm a big fan. And I just wanted to reach out to you, girl, and talk to you about what it is I'm doing. Are you open to new opportunities? So, I think a born entrepreneur, even though I've been very careful to use that term, but I've always, came up with ways to make money. Like, and especially in trying times like these, right? I always figure out a way to make some money. So anyway, y'all. So it just so happened. I said, yeah, girl, what do you have in mind? So we have this whole heap of conversation, and she's asking me questions. I'm asking her questions. And so finally, she wants to schedule a call. So we schedule a call, and she was like, let's talk to, let me bring my upline in there and everything. And I was like, yeah, girl. And so we scheduled the call, and the call scheduled for the next day. And I was already doing my own thing. I got my little accessories company or whatever. So we talk. We talk. We have our conversation. The call ran a little long. I kind of, we all vibe together, stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. So they were like, I was very transparent with them. I said, look here, I ain't trying to waste my time. Y'all know I'm with this other company, this, that, and the other thing, blah, blah, blah. And I told them about my pain points of being with the other company and this, that, and the other thing. And so I'm really not trying to waste your time, and I'm not trying to have my time wasted either. So if y'all not prepared to provide the kind of support that that I believe this kind of community, this kind of business needs for each of their, whether you're a distributor, coach, whatever you are, you need to have that sense of support from down below and up, above. Depending on the kind of whatever compensation plan y'all got. But my point in saying all of that is that conversation occurred, and it was very what do you call that, happened at the right time. I was ready and open. She was, wanted to reach out to me probably for a while. It just happened. She got up the nerve to reach out to me in that way. and we had a conversation. But what I loved about that, and when I talk about the serendipity of connecting, right, is that what I think network marketers, business developers need to truly, truly appreciate, and again, I say this based on my own and most recent experience, is that I believe that the best deals you're going to make, the best connections, the best recruiting occurs in an instance where there's serendipity. And when I say that, just in case there's anybody else listening that doesn't understand what that concept is, it's the right time in the right place with the right person and the right set of circumstances that comes together like a stew to be a perfect situation for somebody to say, sign me up. I think this is important. Now, I just don't believe that you go into this kind of situation without that element. Now, I'm sorry, but there's going to be a lot of people out here that tell you, you know, you just got to keep up on your follow-up game. You got to keep, you got to provide value. You got to do this, that, and the other thing. And some of that, to a certain extent, is true. I ain't going to lie. Okay? You might be really, really good at presenting the product, the opportunity, the community, whatever the case may be. You might be extraordinary at that. But one thing I can tell you is that if you don't have somebody, if you're not connecting with that person about that thing in the right time and place, it's likely that even if you score that person, they won't stay. I just think that there's something that needs to be said. And I've been at this game for a long time, and I've had a lot of, mindset growth to get to this point where I can accept that for myself based on my own experience and present it to you guys who are out there probably saying, I do want to get involved in, building my own business. I do want to connect with a company so I don't gotta create a product. I don't mind repping somebody else's product if I can stand behind it. But when we're talking about building that business, I truly, honestly believe that the best and most sustainable way of recruiting good people is serendipity. You got to catch that person in the right time and place to be open, who are open to that. And one of the things I would even suggest that you do is ask them. That's got to be part of your conversation. Is this person open to your opportunity? Is your person open to new opportunities? Is your person open to learning more? Right? Because there's a fine line. All right? There's a fine line between seeming skeevy and truly wanting to help somebody improve their lives, right? So if I had some steps to tell you how to approach this business, whether it's business development for a large company or network marketing, multi-level marketing, whatever the case may be, I would tell you, first of all, make a connection with the people that you really would hang out with outside of this opportunity. That would be that. So how does that person present themselves? And most of these people you're probably going to meet online. How does that person present themselves online? Is that somebody you would mess with? Try to keep this PG. Is that somebody you would mess with in real life? outside of social media? Is that somebody you would connect with? Um, so so that's something to consider. And then just kind of, like interact with them as you would. You know what I mean? So that's always kind of hard, and I'm going to articulate that because I'll say it plainly, because that's difficult. And I was at a point where you couldn't really tell me practically how to execute on connecting with people you don't know. So I'll give you an example. All right, the company, the company like holiday party or something like that nobody really wants to go to, but you're going to anyway because it's your job, and you want to look a certain kind of way. And so there's gonna be a lot of people there. There's gonna be a lot of people there, right? That you probably don't know, and so. Your coworkers and everything like that, but they probably gonna bring their wives and kids or whatever the case may be, and you don't know them, so you'll find something to talk about with them, right? You meeting these people for the first time, but what you have in common is that y'all are in this party, right? And so you're gonna say, "Hey, Mrs. Smith, it's so good to meet you. I've heard so much about you. How are you today? Welcome to our party. How you doing?" She gonna chat a little bit. They gonna talk about the kids. "I heard that Jeremy got accepted to Harvard. Oh my God. This, that, and the other thing. That must be exciting." And all kinds of different emotions are going through at the same time. How you handling it? How you, if they empty nesters or whatever, as you talk, you're getting to know them and you're listening and stuff like that, and y'all talking, so that's how you would do it, right? You would just be listening to them and they would say something and you would either relate to it or not, and this, that, and the other thing, and you just continue in this conversation, right? And then if you really hit it off, you might, exchange numbers. And then y'all might continue the conversation. And then they might be talking to you about your job. You know what I mean? How are you liking it? I heard that there's been some challenges. And y'all might get into a whole conversation. Next thing you know, you got another connect. Not only do you have another connect, but it's a connect with somebody that you work with that might have some influence. And so that's a connection there. That's how you would do that out in the street. So when I talk about connecting with people, don't connect with these people just because, and this is something I had to learn. But that's how you would do it, right? That's how you would do it. And so I would suggest, that if you're trying to develop a relationship with somebody, you're trying to connect with folk online and you're trying to recruit because you're trying to build this up and you really believe in what you have, and so you're trying to share that with them, that would be the first way that I'd be connecting with them. And it's okay if you can't connect with everybody. If they're not showing up online in no way that interests you, and you ain't gotta connect with them. You really don't. Don't. You would be better off not connecting with those people. They don't show up online. Last time they posted something was 3 months ago or 6 months ago. Maybe they not really down like that. So why would you got to pay attention to stuff like that. And that brings me to my next point. The people you want to connect with are people that are actively online. So if they're not actively online, if they haven't been online for 6 months, you probably don't want to drop them a line and say, "Girl, how you doing?" Because you really don't know them. They haven't been online for 6 months. There's no way to get to know this person. So don't do that, because that's going to come off as skeevy. Okay? That's going to come off as skeevy. And then I think the third thing, honestly, is when you do connect with people who show up online, I think you do it in the most authentic way, the way that you present yourself online. Just do it the way, I would say, first of all, you should be showing up like you, like I'm presenting myself to you. This is how I am in everyday life. This is how I talk to folk. Okay? This is who I am. All right? Sometimes I'm going to have a highly intellectual conversation with you, and sometimes I'm just trying to vibe and just trying to share information like I'm doing right now. Right? So, when you show up now and you say, yo, listen, this is how I would do it, right? I would do it like this here. I would say, hey, Sally, girl, I love your content. Oh, my God, you are so hilarious. But I'm stopping by because, girl, I found this fabulous thing that I want to share with you. And I just was wondering if you open to learning about what it is that I do. Drop me a line, girl. I can't wait to see your next video. Boom, that's it. And I make it authentic to them. I make it relatable to them. Doing a lot of copy and pasting and stuff like that was things I did in the past. I don't do that foolishness no more. I relate to people based on them and what I know, who and what they are and how they show up. That's it. That's it. I tell you that not only because that's how I roll, but when Emily came to me and said, hey, girl, how you doing? I love your content. I love what you're doing. She didn't say it like that. I was listening for the door. Somebody outside. Anyway, she didn't say it like that, but she said, hey girl, how you doing? I think you're hilarious. I think you're so warm. I just love your words of wisdom. You're so encouraging, so inspiring. I love your posts. And I was just wondering if you might be open to seeing what my side hustle is about, girl. To catch you on your next video. Can't wait for your next post. Take care, girl. Be safe. And I was like, hey, what's up? Are you doing what you got in mind? Started a whole conversation. But I will say that the way Emily came to me and approached me was not only authentic, but was serendipitous. It was we already had the connection, and then it was the right time and right place, right set of circumstances where I was open. You can't discount that. And anybody that's telling you otherwise is selling snow to Eskimos. They're pumping sunshine up your butt. It's not real. I've been doing this for a while, and I know that doesn't work. It didn't work for me. It doesn't work for a lot of people. People don't want to be, approached that way. So I just want to take a moment to kind of, share the importance of serendipity and connecting when trying to grow your business. People got to be in the right place at the right time, in the right set of circumstances where this makes sense for them. That's it. And you won't have to reach out to as many people. You will have people coming to you. You have the right people coming to your door. Now that's happened. That has happened. Just because I was just out here giving a love, trying to be motivating, trying to be inspiring, trying to be authentic, trying to share my struggles as well as my triumphs, just trying to share things with people that they can use, including this video. So hopefully that was helpful. I ain't get none of this done, but I'm gonna get ready to finish this now. And if it was, let me know. Comment below. Give me some feedback. All right, y'all. Take care.